Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It may be hard to find a running lane today. The Jags have the best rush defense in the league, and they're going against the Texans, who will try to avoid becoming one-dimensional.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A first down throw coming. Savage. And his first look is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here.
Here we go.
Miller. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here is Savage. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Calling a line. loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And here comes the Texans now. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down following the run. They'll run it again with Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, Savage. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, it's Savage. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here's Savage on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Savage on first. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing again is Savage. And it's caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Black 58, rail. Black 58. Here we go. Z. Here we go.
And the back goes into motion.
45. Left. Black 58, rail. Black 58, rail.
They go play action here on first down. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Bortles to throw on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Bortles going to try and throw on third down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dan Williams in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down. Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And tough starting field position here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Savage now on 2nd. Setting up the screen for Miller. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Miller on the catch over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On 2nd down, here's Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Savage from the shotgun snap, and that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up later tonight, this is going to be a good one. The Cowboys and the Raiders going at it in the East Bay.
Oh, that's old school right there.
Old school indeed. Then Monday night, another good late season matchup. The Falcons and the Buccaneers from Tampa to wrap up Week 15. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your 1st drive, and on the 1st play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now a play fake. Bortles. Now he's going to let it go deep. Back over. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And he's got it. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Troy Nicholas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. If you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll make this a second down. They'll toss it to Miller. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Savage. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On first down, Savage. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. On second down, here's Savage. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Savage. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Halfback sent in motion. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep. They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37. Second quarter in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Slow. Here we go now.
On first down, Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. To throw, it's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 15-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
On second down, here's Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Troy Nicholas, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Savage. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Savage wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A first down throw coming. Savage. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing now is Bortles. We'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Myers able to knock it through. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. The Dolphins, they're out to an early lead over the Bills. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
A lightning-quick halftime. These guys hardly made it to the tunnel. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Bortles now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. 3rd down here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Brad Nortman now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the pitch goes to Miller. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Here's Savage. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack of Savage, the Texans with a 3rd and long forthcoming. Savage now. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. And it's taken in at the 9. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Watch time, watch time. Here we go. Blue 45.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Ellington. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw on 2nd down is Savage. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now it's Savage off the bootleg. His throw incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now a toss right to Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Pass Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Texans get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Going for a right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Bortles now on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Savage. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's a give to Miller. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Savage on 3rd. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Miller. And an alley to run. And Lamar Miller, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, It almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now Bortles. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. First and 10. Here's Bortles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd down now after the pass completion. To throw is Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Lee's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Savage. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it third down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Texans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Savage now to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
In motion is Strong. Fourth down, desperation time for Savage. He finds his target, Fuller. It's a gain of 4 that time, and that'll be good for a Houston first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Second down now after the incompletion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Savage. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And now out come the Jags. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Off the bootleg. Savage. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Second down. Here's Savage. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So after the sack of Savage, the Texans with a 3rd and long forthcoming. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So after the sack of Savage, the Texans with a 3rd and long forthcoming. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Savage looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Now it's Savage. Right side caught Fedorowicz. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
All right, here we go.
Throwing again is Savage. On the right side, this is Miller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? Savage now. And he finds his man Griffin. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Savage on first. And not able to get it that time. He'd hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. Second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And back to the air. Savage on second down. That's caught. Fedorowicz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They go play action with Miller. Now it's Savage. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount.